So getting ready for Tuesday, we're gonna start with in tabletop position, then moving into child's pose. So knees in line with your hips, shoulders over your wrists. So we're in tabletop position, and we're gonna push back with our hands, push our seat all the way down to our knees. We're even gonna tuck our head. Round your spine and go back up into tabletop. Extend your neck for that axial extension of your spine. Push back and down. That's a natural curvature of your spine, but we're building that mobility into it. So from child's pose. For this lunge with a side bend, we're not doing actual lunges, but we're focusing on the hip flexor. So we're gonna bring an extra mat for a little padding for our knee, depending on whichever side you start. So make sure that your hips, your legs are hip width apart. Extend whichever leg you decide, and we're gonna really focus on keeping our hips level. So if you wanna do this in front of a mirror or do it in front of your phone so you can watch your hips, this is what's gonna really strengthen around your hip girdle. So keeping that in mind, extend your leg. We're not gonna take our knee any further than our toe. So we're gonna push into it. And if you're not feeling this in your hip flexor, I want you to sit back, do the pelvic tilt. So hip points up and then push again. So I'm not going very deep at all, and I already feel this in my hip flexor. And this is where we're at for this lunge. So you're gonna really feel it down the front of your thigh, possibly a little bit in your IT band. If this is enough, stay right here. You can add a little bit more. Take the opposite arm up and over for a lateral bend. So you're also gonna feel it down your side body. So we're gonna come back on our sits bones. Whichever one, you can take it up and over like this, and this might be enough. Just with your leg parallel to your chest, and just slightly push on your knee. You're gonna feel this in your hip, your thigh, your quad. If this is not enough, you can come on down, roll onto your back, put your arms through the hole between your legs, gently pull in your thigh while you're pushing away your knee. And then of course, just make sure that you switch. Standing hip hinge, forward fold. That's all we're doing. So hips square to the front, heels under your hips, and you're pushing your hips back, and you're gonna feel it all the way down your hamstrings and forward fold. Now you don't have to touch the ground. You can also have a slight bend in your legs. That's gonna be fine too. You can hang. You can do half lifts. Or if you want gravity to really help you out here, remember to tuck your tailbone. You can see how that changed, right? Like it went like from there to tucking, and it went so much better. So grab your hands, place it at the base of your neck. Now we're not pulling. We're not pulling. We're barely adding any weight. But the additional weight that it does add really opens your axial spine. One for Tuesday is walking the dog. So you're gonna come to down dog position. So a few different ways. So go from tabletop, roll your toes under, and push back with your hands. Now walking your dog is really just alternating your feet to being flat and one heel lifted. And within this, you can really start to move, twist your abdominals to get that extra stretch in your side body. Sit where it feels good, hold and breathe into the poses that feel good.